Alright guys, this is JCTheSniper back with my review of the Glock 19. Sorry for the abrupt ending for the part 1. My video card is only so big and it runs out of space. So anyway, I can get about 9 minutes. Durability, excellent. Chuck Taylor has a Glock 17, which he has put hundreds of thousands of rounds through, and it is still firing, still ticking away, still shooting, still popping out the rounds. So excellent design. Ease of use, as I was talking about, incredibly easy. Pull the trigger, fire. Another easy thing is field stripping. Check the chamber, make sure there's nothing in there, no mag, take the mag out, point it in a safe direction, pull the trigger. You hear that firing pin click. Pull the slide back a little bit, pull this down, slide comes right off. And that's all there is to it. Of course, pop your spring out, barrel comes right out. And that's it. So, very easy to field strip. This right here is your firing pin safety, that little silver pin, which when you pull the trigger, this ramp here engages and depresses and allows the firing pin to reach the round. So without pulling the trigger, impossible to fire. Also, when you pull the trigger, catches this here and pulls the firing pin back to full lock to allow it to fire the round. Once again, impossible without pulling the trigger. Here we have the slide rails, run right down along here. Couple of steel inserts for the slide rails. Not full-length slide rails, which I would prefer, but like I said, excellent durability. Doesn't seem to be a problem with the Glocks. Very high-strength polymer, and pretty substantial chunk of steel here. So, anyway, slides right back on, and there you are, done with your field strip. So, that's it. Also, another cool thing, this extractor here, if there's a round in the chamber, will pop out. You can see right now it's flush. If there is a round in the chamber, that will pop out and provide a visual and feel check for a round. Don't rely on that, but it's a good aid. If it's out, you know there's one in there. If it's not, don't rely on it to say there's not and just point it at people. But if it's out, you know there's one in there. We should still treat the gun as if it's loaded at all times, though. Another cool thing, if you pull the trigger, it will not go back without recycling the slide, which means if you've pulled the trigger, all the safeties are disengaged, there can be no round in here, unless it's a dud, but we know there's no round in there. So, empty gun at a glance. Kind of cool. Along with the ergonomics, I forgot to talk about this grip. It's not real tractionable here. They've put some stippling grip textured surface, which is not real grippy. I don't have a problem with the traction, but some people do. You can remedy that easily with some A-grip or decal grip or skateboard tape or whatever you would like to add to that. Easy modification. But the new Glocks, the 4th generation, the RTF, which I believe is rough textured frame, has much more stippling and traction applied. So that's pretty cool. Sight picture on this particular model, I'm not a big fan of. As you can see, it has the U-shaped rear sight and the dot front sight. Non-contrasting, which I don't think is a problem, but I don't care for that U-shaped rear sight. I just think it's harder to line up than a 3-dot. I'm going to switch these out for a 3-dot first chance I get. So, you know, maybe you like those, but for me, I don't like them. I just don't. I think you'd be better off with a 3-dot night sight, which is what I'm going to put on here. And I would say, go ahead and get that 3-dot night sight from the factory. It'll be cheaper than retrofitting it, and I regret that I didn't go with that option. So, that would make this gun better. Anyway, accessories. These guns have excellent accessory capabilities. Any part you can imagine for this gun is readily available. All the internals are fairly standard and inexpensive. So if a part breaks, you're going to be able to replace it. You're going to have 10 different aftermarket options to replace it with. Slide rail, non-proprietary slide rail, standard, will accept any Picatinny rail object. Also has this little clip-in, which is nifty because particular lights, Surefire makes one for the Glock that will snap into that. So though it is non-proprietary, it does have, you know, a couple of features that most slide rails don't necessarily have, like that single groove rather than a line of them. But pretty cool. So that, as I said, magazine options. You can also get 2-round base plates for this to extend your magazine capacity from 15 to 17, or if you have a 17 round already, from 17 to 19. So also a kind of cool option. Yeah, so magazine quality is also excellent. Steel feed lips, polymer follower, good spring tension. It is a steel-lined, polymer-coated magazine. Floor plates pinned in nicely. Excellent mags. You can kick them around in the dirt, they'll still run. Good mags. So, I believe these are actually, well, I think they're actually made by Metgar. This does not say that, but I believe these mags are made for Glock by Metgar. I could be wrong on that, don't quote me, but I think that's accurate. So, anyway, I might find out about that and let you know. If not, just, you know, it may not be, but they're good quality mags. That's all you need to know. So anyway, accessories, massive array of holsters available for these. You know, Phobos makes paddle holsters. You can get Galco holsters, inside the waistband holsters. Every holster you can imagine is available for this firearm. So once again, excellent firearm. Great firepower. Good size, I think easily concealable. Maybe a little bit on the chunky side for a concealed carry gun, but I think good concealability. Great firepower with the standard 15 round mags, even better if you get the 17 or 33 round mag and keep an extra. Great durability, as I've said. Great ergonomics, in my opinion. Good functionality. It's reliable. It'll chug along. It'll work every time. An excellent pistol, and I will use, much like Nut and Fancy, the Glock 17 and 19, which this is just a scaled down version of the 17. So the Glock 17 will be my reference standard for pistols in the future, for semi-automatic pistols. Excellent pistol. If I were a concealed carry holster, this is something as a concealed carry permit holder, this is a gun I would definitely consider for that role. Excellent pistol. That's about it. So anyway, this is JCTheSniper's review of the Glock 19. JCTheSniper signing off.